It's been a wee bit, but I'd like to have a little bit of story time for you boys and girls, and maybe somebody else could help us out with this because this is some bullshit. Okay, now I think I have talked about this before with my dad battling with unemployment and whatnot because he's very sick and couldn't work anymore, so he filed for unemployment. I mean, mind you, quick backstory, this man has had constant cardiac issues from the time he was a wee little lad. I'm talking open heart surgeries out the wazoo, even since I was born, but prior to then, open heart surgeries, pacemakers, recently strokes, you name it, it has happened to this man. They didn't think he would make it past freaking his 20s and keeps on trucking on. So, finally got to the point where he couldn't work anymore. He had the stroke, so he can't do his job. His memory kind of in and out. I mean, still able to hold conversations with you, but every now and then he'll restart it and you're like, hey dad, we just talked about that. And he's like, oh yeah, my bad. But he couldn't work. I mean, his body starting to wear down on him. I mean, he had some, wow, you're driving fast. That's 20-mile-an-hour road and you're going 11-7, buddy. Anywho, so he put in for unemployment. They deny it, which 90% of cases they deny pretty quick because, they really want to see if it's people who are actually going to fight for it or if it's, let's see if I can do this and just not have to work anymore. So half expected they deny it the first time. Okay, whatever. So we get an unemployment attorney and they go to fight it and they look at this and they go, Jesus, there's 3 mistakes on this first page here that clearly they missed where they should have approved this. So this should be easy, no issue. So it's at the federal level here with unemployment and whatnot. And they deny it and still claim that he is still healthy enough to work. He can still be going to work. We're going to deny it. Now, mind you, I said all this quick, but this has now been a 3, almost 4-year process. So my parents have only been getting by on what my mother makes, expecting to, be getting back pay for what my dad has missed out, because once unemployment gets approved, it all gets back rated to when he initially applied. So that's 3 years of income that they would be getting so they could catch up. Now, mind you, they're making it by with just my mom's, but obviously we all know it would be a lot easier to have my father's income as well. But these sons of guns freaking denied it again. And it's like, hello? My parents have worked their whole lives. Why are people who have plantar fasciitis getting approved and not having to work, but my parents who have been busting their butt finally need that help for once and can't get it? So you know what? Let's go talk to my dad. Maybe he can give us more details on what's going on, because clearly they think he's healthy enough to work. So let's ask him and get it directly from him. I mean, conveniently, my father's staying at my house now, so this is going to be a lot easier. So let's figure that out. Hey, Dad. So they denied the appeal again, saying that you were healthy enough to work. Do you agree, or do you think you're not able to work anymore? Just let me know. So I'm going to take that as a no. Got it. So clearly I'm on my father's side with this, considering he's 56 years old and he's in a wooden box in my nook. So clearly he definitely, I don't think, is healthy enough to be working anymore. But, I just, they say he is. I don't know what they think he could do now. I mean, granted, you know what, Dad? He can go back to the fire department, because at least now he could he could be the speedy dry for them. I think that's their excuse. That's it. That's what they're going to come back and tell you, Dad. I guess he can work. I mean, yep, there goes my case. I don't know. But please, if there's anybody who knows something that can be done, that can point us in the right direction so we can, at the very least, you know, get the back pay that my dad should have been getting so that, you know, we could make up for bills that my parents were scraping by to pay and stuff like that, because clearly my mom just had to pay for services. So, you know, that money would kind of help there. But I don't know, Dad. I don't know. We might have to send him back to work, but somebody, if you know, just let me know. Leave a comment, DM me. We gotta figure this out, for my mom at least.